Welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV channel. Today, I will bring you the latest news about Chelsea FC from the past 24 hours. Don't forget the familiar time at 6 p.m. UK time. Stay tuned to keep up with all the hot updates about our favorite team. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Chelsea set to sell Disasi. Enzo Maresca has plenty on his plate with the Blues' quest to secure a Champions League qualification spot in the Premier League alongside aiming to finish the campaign with a flourish by claiming the Conference League title. However, Chelsea already have one eye on the summer transfer window regardless of their on-field objectives. Stamford Bridge will see the arrival of Giovanni Quenda and Dario Isugo after deals were agreed to bring both to West London for around £62 million, albeit the former is set to link up with his new teammates in 2026. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are set to sell Axel Disasi this summer for a profit as he is no longer part of Maresca's plans at Stamford Bridge. Sent out on loan to Aston Villa in January, he is one of several high earners who could be moved on to free up space for new additions this summer. Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, and Armando Broja are also set to be placed on the chopping block. Brought in for £38.3 million in August 2023, Disasi has scored 5 times and registered 2 assists in 61 appearances for Chelsea. On loan at Aston Villa, he has followed that up with a further 6 outings under Unai Emery, showcasing his firm presence across the backline. The France international has won 33 duels in the Premier League this season. However, that is unlikely to be enough for his parent club to factor him into their future plans. On the face of it, a deal that allows Disasi regular first-team football and inherits the Blues a tidy profit would be a smart piece of business that would suit all parties. Romano's thoughts on Chelsea links with Vinicius. TBR Football's Graham Bailey has today put out an article casting doubt over the progress of Vinicius Junior's contract talks with Real Madrid. The 24-year-old is a world-class winger who was close to winning the Ballon d'Or last year, and he's looking for a raise on the deal he signed in 2023. The arrival of Kylian Mbappe a year later has massively changed the dynamics in that dressing room, and now Vinicius apparently wants wages close to the insane £500,000 a week the Frenchman is paid. Tensions are rising, as everyone knew they would. There's not room for that many superstars in one team, even in Madrid. Real would apparently only consider bids of around £200 million, ruling out pretty much everyone apart from Saudi Arabian teams. Chelsea are also said to be huge admirers and very interested in landing him if the situation in Spain deteriorates further. To us, this is a case as clear as day of an agent trying to get his client a better deal at his current club by talking up interest from elsewhere. Vinicius is a superstar player, but doesn't fit our model at all. He would come with a vast transfer fee and wage demands attached, enough to blow apart the whole project we've been working on for 3 years now under the new ownership. Is he good enough to justify that? Probably not. He's an explosive character too, and in a dressing room which already lacks leaders. That could be a totally toxic combination. If tensions continue to grow in Madrid, Vini may yet leave. Will that be to Chelsea? No chance. This isn't the first time we've heard it rumored. Back in November, Fabrizio Romano called it absolutely not realistic that we'd move for him, and we can't say anything has changed since then. Osimhen's reaction slipped when asked about Man United or Chelsea. Victor Osimhen didn't help defuse the speculation surrounding his future in the summer transfer market after his match-winning performance for Nigeria on Friday night. The 26-year-old striker scored both goals to fire Nigeria to a 2-0 win against Rwanda at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali, keeping his nation's 2026 World Cup qualification dream alive. He has enjoyed a characteristically prolific season after a collapsed relationship with parent club Napoli sparked a surprise switch to Galatasaray last summer. Osimhen has scored 26 goals in 30 appearances for the Turkish Giants, once again thrusting him into the transfer merry-go-round in the build-up to another business period. Manchester United and Chelsea are among the European heavyweights credited with an interest in a swoop at the end of the season, with both Ruben Amorim and Enzo Maresca eyeing a new striker. Osimhen faced questions about his future head-on in the mixed zone after Nigeria's triumph as one reporter, in particular, pressed him for an answer. After swapping shirts with Rwanda defender Ange Mutsinzi, Osimhen was asked, "Victor, can you come to Manchester, please?" The Galatasaray frontman didn't rule out the possibility, responding with laughter before a follow-up question asked, "Chelsea or Man United?" Osimhen, again, remained coy as he laughed it off, cheekily placing his finger on his lips to suggest his summer plans were a secret. United are reportedly willing to use Rasmus Højlund as a makeweight in their active talks with Napoli for the African superstar. The report adds that Arsenal are also planning to explore the possibility of signing Osimhen to address Mikel Arteta's desperate need for a striker. Latest update on Jadon Sancho's situation. Jadon Sancho has been strongly linked with a return to Manchester United in the summer, despite Chelsea having an obligation to buy him when his loan deal runs out at the end of the season. This is because reports have suggested that Chelsea have a clause in their agreement with Man United that would break the obligation to buy, and this would see Sancho make a shock return to Old Trafford. Sancho has struggled since joining Chelsea on loan last summer, with only 2 goals and 5 assists in 28 appearances. However, it cannot be said for certain whether the Blues are happy or unhappy with the 24-year-old. Fabrizio Romano has provided the latest on Sancho's situation in the daily briefing, in which he spoke on a possible return to Man United in the summer. There's been a lot written in recent days about the situation of Jadon Sancho, so what's the reality? It's important to clarify that Chelsea signed Sancho from Manchester United in the summer, bringing him in on loan with an obligation to buy for around £20 to £25 million, based on both the appearances of the player and the club's position in the Premier League table. But Chelsea also have an option in this agreement to pay a fee to Manchester United to send him back to Old Trafford at the end of the season. So, that's a possibility Chelsea have in the contract. However, my understanding today, and it's still very early, is that Chelsea have not made any sort of decision and have not activated any kind of contact to send Sancho back to Manchester United. So, for the moment Chelsea are not proceeding with this clause, but they have this possibility and it's something they will assess at the end of the season. Of course, it's not just Chelsea, and it's also important to clarify that Manchester United's plan remains to sell Sancho. They still hope to sell Sancho to Chelsea. They believe he will become a Chelsea player and they are not counting on him at United next season. And that's all the latest news about Chelsea in the past 24 hours. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos on AG Chelsea TV.